Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Wednesday, April. Welcome to April. Wednesday morning hangout. Todd is here. It's good to see you, Todd. Kids and I are here, probably auditing only. That is cool. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Good to see you. Who else is here? Shoot me a message if you are here. My wife made me some coffee this morning, so that was nice. Wednesday morning live stream. I think we're almost half done the morning's hangouts already. I mean, I'm not sure what the plan is exactly moving forward because you guys are done school now for indefinite amount. So we'll see how we do things. Definitely not figured out. That's okay. If you are here, same drill, like always. Shoot a message. Who's here? How are you guys doing today? Todd, Matt, how you doing today? Kiddos, how you doing? Hi, Mason. Hi, Callie. Obviously, if you can't chat, Todd, then I'm not worried. But shoot a message. It's good. Say hi. FN. I don't know what you mean, Todd. I'm trying to decipher your message. Afar. Trying to think what I should be saying there. I don't know. Say hi again. Oh, gotcha. Letter. Hello, Mason. Hello, Kalia. Hello, Hannah. Because I don't feel tired right now. Yeah, nice. Did you end up watching Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit yesterday? Did you do that again? Or you guys? I can't remember if you said you were finished or not. The series. How's it going today, Hannah? Good to see you all here. Pretty good. Nice. That's good to hear. You guys ready for the snowstorm that's coming tomorrow? It's April, right? So bring on the snow. Pumped face. Great. I'm doing well. Yeah. Shay, my baby girl, has been struggling a bit. A little fussy. And this morning and yesterday evening, so trying to figure that out, but doing well. Doing well. How is the quality? I kind of watched some of the video yesterday again, and the quality was not super great in the video. That's for sure. So let me know how the quality is right now. Riley, hello. Welcome here. It's good to see you here. Matt, we finished the day before yesterday. Yesterday we watched Player One. I am so out of the movie world. I have never even heard of that. Ready Player One, 2018 film. Oh, so some kind of like, oh my goodness. If you go, the main character kind of looks like the guy Jack from your class. I'm not even kidding. I'm looking at the trailers, the Phil pictures here. He kind of looks like Jack. That's a bit interesting. I could be way off, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Looks like Jack's older brother. Okay, so yeah. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, if you're here, we'll get started a little bit. We'll do some trivia to start again. From John chapter 9 and the book of Micah. So I said yesterday that was one of the challenges, read the book of Micah, and so I said that we do trivia as well for on that. So there's 2 questions from each two questions from chapter 9, John, 2 questions from Micah. So I think they're a little harder today. Well, the John ones are definitely harder, I think. Maybe I'm wrong though. One is for sure, because it's only 1 chapter, so I figured go a little harder. We'll wait a couple more minutes and then see if anyone else will hop on. Get my Kai is coming yet. Should knock on his door saying, Kai, what's up, man? Get up. Shoot a message if you're here. Shoot a message if you're here. Finished day 4. Was it good? What's up, Kai? Was the movie good? Was Ready Player One good? Did anybody else do anything yesterday? What did you guys do yesterday? I worked yesterday. That was good. Went for a run with Shay. That's such a good movie. Yeah, I haven't even heard of it until 5 minutes ago. But I think it's such a good movie. Pretty good. Plot was weird. Overall, good movie. Fair. Is it like a virtual action that they got to save the world virtually? Almost like, I'm just going by the pictures without spoiling. Without spoiling. All right, you know what? For those of you here, it's game on. Trivia time. We have 4 questions for you. I'm going to let you know currently, after 2 days of trivia, so the first 8 chapters of John, there's a tie for first. Hannah and Matt both have 2 points. Yeah, nice. Yes, they have to, all virtual. They have to isolate the whole time. Matt and Hat tied for first right now, 2 points each. So therefore, if you've gotten an answer right, you're very close. So this is intriguing. So we're going to jump in for the first question. This is from John 9. Okay, 2 chapters from John 9. First one on my chat that I see with the correct answer will get a point. All right, so John 9, here's the question. Who did the Jewish leaders say that they were disciples of? Who did the Jewish leaders say that they were disciples of? From John 9, who did the Jewish leaders say they were disciples of? All right, so first person to get the correct answer will get a point. Moses. Yes. Well done, you guys. Quick response. Very good. Matt, you're the first guy on my screen, so you get points. Very well done. All right, second question. Okay, listen carefully, okay, second question. What two titles does Jesus give himself in John chapter 9? What 2 titles does Jesus declare of himself in John chapter 9? I'm looking for 2 answers here, okay? What 2 titles does he give himself in the book or in the chapter, John 9? See if you guys can figure this out. John chapter 9, what two titles does Jesus give himself? Who's going to be the first ones to get the right answer? Open book, by the way, for those of you who are like, how do these guys know this by memory? It's open book test. What two titles does Jesus give himself? Yeah, it's a little hard. Son of Man, light of the world. All right, okay, yeah, we'll see. Anyone else have any answers? Son of Man, light of the world, so Matt says. Anyone have a different answer? Does anyone think that's right? What do you guys think? Well, that is right. So that's correct, Matt. You are increasing your lead. It's a long way yet, but this is definitely going to help. Definitely going to help you. So Matt is correct. Two titles Jesus gives himself is Son of Man, Light of the World. I don't know if you've noticed in the first 9 chapters, but the idea of light and darkness has been definitely a theme in the first 9 chapters. And Son of Man, I'm not going to go into it right now, but that is a huge claim that Jesus makes of himself throughout all the Gospels. He says it a ton, and he's actually he's referring to himself from a Daniel prophecy in the book of Daniel. They talk about a Son of Man there, so that's what he's referring to. So, anyways, we won't go into that now, but it's a big deal. Okay, now we're going to go to the Micah questions. The Micah questions. Okay, so one of the challenges yesterday was read the book of Micah, or from yesterday till today. I read the book of Micah this morning, but so here are your questions from the book of Micah. There's 2 of them. Question number 1. Tell me, answer me, one of the kings that was in power while Micah was prophesying. Who is one of the kings that was in power while Micah was prophesying? There are 3. Tell me one of them. It says it in the book of Micah. Any other answers? Anyways, yes, Ahaz is correct. Hannah and Riley, you both on my screen so far have the correct answer, but Hannah has it in first on my chat. So I don't know if Riley, if yours says you had first, but for me, it says Hannah does. So Hannah will get the points. Well done. Riley, you got brownie points there, so that's good. Second question. Okay, second question. I'm going to give you a chapter, and the answer's in this chapter, okay? And also, if you're here, shoot a message on the chat, okay? So final question for the trivia today. In Micah chapter 6, what is considered wisdom? What is considered wisdom? What is considered wise? What is the answer? In chapter 6, what is considered wisdom? What is considered wise? What is the answer? I've given you the chapter, so even if you haven't read it, that could increase your ability to sneak an answer here. What is considered wise in chapter 6 of Micah? It's an amazing chapter, by the way. Lots of good stuff in there. It's a good book. It's a good book. Good mix of destruction prophecy and end of the world prophecy and talking about Jesus and talking about how good God is. In chapter 6 of the book of Micah, what is considered wisdom? What is considered wise? Still looking for an answer here. Still looking for an answer. Fear the Lord. Riley. That is correct. Fear the Lord is correct. Yes. Well done. Hannah, to do what is right, to love. Yeah, that is what is considered good. Yeah. That is, the Lord has said this is good to do. But what is considered wisdom is the very next verse. If you read the very next verse after that one, yeah, it's the very next verse. Wisdom is to fear the name, the Lord, fear the Lord. Riley, well done. So, I'm not sure if that's your first points on the board or what. Let me check here. Let me check my stats here. You probably have a better idea than I do, Riley, if that's your first one. According to my stats, Riley on the board now. It's good. So after day 3 of trivia, Matt has taken the lead with 2 clutch John 9 answers. But you guys, there's a lot of chapters left. Legit anybody's game. Legit anyone's game. Okay. Also, please, if you're here, please tell me if you're here. Shoot a message in the chat. I want to know who's here. So please, I see that there's more people here than are chatting. All right. So please shoot it. Oh, Titus. Well done. Well done. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Titus. Seth. Welcome here, good sir. Welcome here, good sir. It's good to have you guys here. Hop in the crew. So I'm not sure if Thomas is with you too or not, but hello to one or both of you. Or maybe that's just Thomas. Titus isn't even there. Okay, so we're going to go into John chapter 9, okay? So if you, hey Dylan, welcome here, brother. Thomas is there as well, good. Dylan, is that just you or is that just Tyson? Let me know. Okay, so John chapter 9. If you, why don't you now, if you read it yesterday, post something in the chat that stood out to you, kind of the same drill that we normally do. So if you did read it, then write something. Yeah, it doesn't have to be profound. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just something that stood out to you or something that you found interesting or, you know, you had a question about, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'll go while you guys are posting on there. John 9, something that stood out to me was verse 4. I should get my book out. Should get my Bible. John 9, chapter 4. Let me read it for you all. We must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. Night is coming when no one can work. So that stood out to me. Just the idea of we don't actually know how much time we have. We need to be urgent and living for Jesus, doing his works, and while we can. That's something that stood out to me. Verse 3, everything happens for the glory of God. It was not that this man sinned or his parents, but the works of God might be displayed in him. Yeah, totally. Very cool. Yeah, God can bring glory to any situation to his name. I think about what's going on right now with COVID in the world, and Jesus can totally be glorified. God can totally be glorified in this season. Often, it's actually in times of suffering and turmoil that God is almost most glorified often, because people have a deep-rooted hope and peace that goes past circumstances. So, cool. Thanks for sharing, Hannah. Anyone else? The Pharisees were disciples of Moses rather than God. Yeah, that's actually quite interesting, right? They're trying to claim some superiority, and yet they're saying, well, we're disciples of Moses, right? And it's like, well, you should be disciples of Jesus or disciples of God, right? And, you know, it's interesting, too. Like, I think about, for me personally, you know, with my role as being a youth pastor, the last thing I want to do, you know, and maybe my flesh might say it sometimes, or my flesh might want it sometimes, but my job is to point you guys to Jesus. You guys are called to be disciples of Jesus, not following me, not following any other person. You follow Jesus. That's who you follow, not me. And so, just like these guys, they should not be like, they should be followers of God, of Jesus, right? The man was blind because God planned to show his glory through him. Yeah, God. Yeah, there's things that happen in our lives, and God wants to glorify himself through those things. So there's things in your life that are going on. God actually wants to get glory in that. He wants to be magnified, because when he is magnified, when he is glorified, that's the best thing for the world, when God has his rightful place. Because if you read Micah, you know, God will have his rightful place in the end. So it's a matter of giving him glory now. Titus or Thomas says this: the Pharisees keep asking the man who was healed, who had healed him, like they thought he was going to give them a different answer. They were just like hoping, right? Oh, please not Jesus. Like, please not Jesus. Like, but it was Jesus, right? And they like, it was like, who healed you? Who healed you? And it was like, it was interesting too, right? Because they said in there like, man, this guy is a sinner. Like, he keeps breaking the Sabbath. It's like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, this guy, they're so stuck in their ways that a miracle happens and a man can see who was blind earth. And they just like, no, he did something that he wasn't supposed to do on the Sabbath. Man, and that was like, those Sabbath laws were man-made. We talked about this yesterday, right? Like, there were so many Sabbath laws that they had that weren't from God. God's Sabbath laws were stop from your work and basically honor him. I think doing a miracle is honoring God. Any other comments from John 9? If you did it, if you didn't do it, that's fine. If you haven't been following these morning streams, that's also fine all the time. But glad you're here. If this is one of your first times, we're about halfway through John already, so we're rolling. I'll give a couple more seconds, and then we're doing. Just get my live stream notes out. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, cool. And then one of the challenges I gave yesterday was to read the book of Micah. So if you read the book of Micah, well done. 7 chapters. If you read it, feel free to shoot something in the chat. Like, what is anything stood out to you? I'll share something for my time. If you didn't read it, don't worry about it. Don't share anything. But if you did, share something. I'd love to hear what stood out to you guys. I'll kind of give a couple here. Well, I'm waiting for you guys to post stuff if you have stuff. If not, that's fine. Then you're just going to hear my thoughts on Micah. Micah 3 verse 8 says this, but as for me, I am filled with power with the Spirit of the Lord. So that was Micah talking, and he was talking, and he got to proclaim, he got to proclaim things to the people because he was filled with power with the Spirit of the Lord. And I was just thinking about my life, and Jesus hasn't sent me to prophesy to Samaria and Jerusalem destruction because of transgressions, but the Spirit of the Lord is in me. Like, God's Spirit lives in me, and it's a spirit of power. I am filled with power with the Spirit of the Lord, and just how that should change my everyday life, how I should go around like living my life. Like, man, I am filled with power, and that was something that stood out to me from Micah chapter 3. I'm going to share another thing. So if you have anything that you want to share in the chat, shoot it on there. I'll do it from a different chapter. Yeah, I think Micah 6 verse 6 to 8 talks about like sacrifices and that kind of stuff. And Hannah had mentioned that in one of the answers before, but God is less concerned with sacrifice and more concerned with our lives living for him. Like, he's more concerned with us living for him, obedience, relationship with him, than sacrifice. And so that's what God's more concerned about. And so, yes. Yeah, totally, Kai. It shows me to have a healthy fear of God. It's Thomas, that's amazing. Anything stand out to you from chapter 9 of Acts? Seriously, put it on there. We can go spontaneous. I'm leading this chat. I think we can go spontaneous here. Anything stand out to you from chapter 9, Thomas? We'll talk about it. Shows me to have a healthy fear of God. It's interesting. One of your guys' questions about fear of the Lord for the Q&A. So I've been kind of working through that a couple days ago, and I'm going to hopefully do the next couple of days, work through it some more. And just, it talks about the fear of the Lord being the beginning of wisdom. So that's a starting place for a lot of people, is that we need to see who God is, and we need to have a fear. We need to fear the Lord, and basically, know who God is, know his power, know that he is judge, but he is also a loving father. And I'm going to go way more into that in a Q&A answer. But yeah, we need to have a healthy fear of God, and that should affect our lives. I know of a pastor who I know of a pastor who literally prays for a fear of the Lord every day, every morning. And I'm almost scared to pray that sometimes because, like, if I have a healthy fear of the Lord, that means I'm going to live my life differently. So, yeah, that's good, Kai. Thanks for sharing that. Acts, yep, I thought it was cool how Saul/Paul was blinded for 3 days because he saw Jesus' glory. Okay, Acts 9. Acts 9. Is that Saul's conversion? Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's what you read yesterday. Interesting. Jesus heals a blind man. Jesus heals a blind man, and Saul, who becomes Paul, is blinded for 3 days because of his glory. Oh yeah. I think sometimes we think, man, when we see Jesus, man, I'm gonna ask him this question. I'm gonna ask him this question. What's this all about? That's not what's gonna happen. When we see Jesus, we're going to see his glory, and we're going to probably fall on our faces. And I don't know if we'll go blind because we'll hopefully have resurrected bodies, but we will be in awe, and we won't have any words to say other than worship. That's all we'll have. Because when we get face to face with Jesus, it'll be life changing in a new way. Because even now, if you ever experience God's presence in your life, it is life changing. But when you it's tangible with Him together, it will be totally different. Wow. God was true to his word. He punished people for their sins. God judged people, but did not completely destroy them. Chapter 7. Yes. What a beautiful. God is true to his word. He always is true to his word. That's just what he does. That's who he is. He is true to his word. Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah. Oh, I'm too far here. Oh, no. Daniel, Hosea, Amos, Obadiah. Come on. There you go. Micah. Yeah, he's true to his word. That's so true, Riley. He's true to his word. And then what a beautiful finish, right? In Micah, the last 3 verses. Let's just read. I'm just going to read it. If you didn't read Micah, this is just going to bless your heart. Just listen to this. This is about God. Who is a God like you, pardoning iniquity, so pardoning sin, forgiving sin, and passing over transgression for the remnant of his inheritance? He does not retain his anger forever because he delights in steadfast love. He delights in steadfast love. God delights to love you guys. He just wants to love it. He loves doing it, okay? He will again have compassion on us. He will tread our iniquities underfoot. Yet you will cast all our sins into the depths of the sea. You will show faithfulness to Jacob and steadfast love to Abraham, as you have sworn to our fathers from the days of old. Oh, God is so good. God is so good. It shows that he is just, and you got to take him seriously, and you have a healthy fear of the Lord. And yet he is so loving, and he just wants to love people. And when we walk, what happens when we walk in the fear of the Lord? Then we know his love more. I don't know. It's just how the way it works. It's very cool. As far back as Micah, they were already prophesying about Jesus' coming. Yes, totally. There's a big chapter, chapter 5, right? My little title for that chapter says the ruler to be born in Bethlehem. Talks about Bethlehem. Talks about this guy coming to shepherd his people. Yeah. Jesus has been prophesied about for centuries before. That's actually a really good evidence for the reliability of the Bible, is that there are these words written hundreds and thousands of years, or thousands, hundreds of years for sure, before Jesus came, and then he fulfills what happens in those, he was pierced in Isaiah. He was pierced for our transgressions. Pierced. Jesus hung on a cross. He was pierced. When Isaiah was prophesying those things, crucifixion wasn't a thing yet, for hundreds of years yet, right? And then also that's how he dies, by the Romans. Crazy. Cool, guys. Awesome. That's so cool. And then also the other challenge was a media fast. So if you guys did it, how was it? Was it hard? Was it easy? Maybe no one did it. What do you guys think? How was the media fast? Shoot me a comment. How it was if you did it. If you hated it, tell me. That's fine. You can hate it. That's fine. Did you like it? Do you think it was good? Do you think it was a good practice? Maybe none of you guys did it. I'll give you guys a couple seconds here to respond. And if no one responds, then I'm going to assume that no one did it. Right? And if that's the case, I'm going to challenge you to do it at least once in the next couple of weeks. I think it's really healthy for us to do that. So let me know if you guys did it. I mean, I've told you my story when I was in school and I had 4 months of media fast, and it was actually like quite a life-changing experience for me. I did it. Nice, Riley. How was it? Like, tell me, like, was it good, or did you like? Or do you have plans like as soon as this live stream is over? Like, I am binging something, YouTube, or whatever. How was it? How was it, Hannah? How was the media fast? Give me like a one sentence. One sentence. How it was? Was it hard? Was it easy? Was it good? After this, we'll get into the challenges for today, and then that'll be it. So, let me know, Riley. Let me know, Hannah. How was it? It's awesome you guys did. That's awesome you guys did that. Pretty easy. Nice. Well, that's good. So what did you do with your time then? It was pretty easy. Let's get my notes here for the rest of the live stream, the challenges. Riley, let me know how it was. Love to hear how it was. Props for doing it. I forgot about it, but then Ryan reminded it, so I closed it. YouTube, but other than that, it's good. Nice. Yeah. That's good. Right on. Way to go, Kai. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we forget about things, right? So I closed YouTube. And that was good. Right on. It was great. Right on. Hope you enjoyed it. That's awesome. Okay, cool, guys. We're going to go, if you did it, post a comment on there. And that's fine. And I'm just going to keep going with the challenges. But if you didn't, then don't post. That's fine. Okay, so challenges for today. As I said yesterday, this week was supposed to be Lifehouse. So I'm doing more Lifehouse geared challenges. So Lifehouse, we would have definitely been doing a week-long media fast. And so that's why we did it yesterday. And so today, here are your challenges. So obviously, same challenge as normal. We're on to John chapter 10. So John chapter 10 by 10:30 tomorrow morning is what you got to read if you want to participate in this. So I encourage you to do that. John chapter 10, and then be ready to share something on the chat. I think this is a really intentional way to spend some time over your guys' spring break. So love to see everyone here back here tomorrow with things to say about John chapter 10. And then the next challenge is from John chapter 9, right? We always do one book of the Bible or one chapter of John, and then a challenge from the day's reading before. So John chapter 9. Yeah. Here's the challenge. So Jesus calls us to do the works of him, right? We must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. Okay, so we must work the works of Jesus. So what does Jesus do here in this chapter? Well, he heals the blind man. Okay, the challenge is not to go find a blind man and pray for them. Okay, that's not the challenge. But what Jesus says is he goes and this man is hurting. This man needs prayer. Okay, and so he goes and heals this man. He gets the glory. And so out of that, my challenge for you guys is to pray for somebody today. So here's my challenge, okay? My challenge is for you guys to ask your parents, okay, either your mom or your dad or both, ask your parents how they are doing and what you can pray for them for. And then pray for them right there, like pray for them, okay? And so that's my challenge, is to ask your parents. You can do both. You can even ask your siblings. You can pray for everybody in your family. Doesn't matter to me, but your challenge is to ask your parents, because, there's a lot of stress in the world right now, a ton of stress. And even with the fact that you guys are home all the time, like that adds stress to your parents. Whether they tell you that or not, they have to figure out new things sometimes with this. And it just looks different for life. And so there's just more stress in life. And so I want you guys to care for your parents. And you're like, man, we do this a lot. Yeah, actually, lots of challenges are related to your family because that's who you're with right now. And so ask your parents how you can pray for them. And then I want you to pray for them. And then right there with them. Okay, so that's your one challenge. how you can pray. You can just ask how they're doing with this whole COVID thing. Ask how they're doing, and then ask if you can pray for something specific in that. Okay, so that's what one of your challenges is. Okay, so challenge 1 is read John chapter 10 for tomorrow by 10:30 in the morning, and the challenge 2 is pray. Ask how your parents are doing, how you can pray for them. Pray for them. And then challenge 3. So this is an additional challenge apart from John chapter 9. And so actually tonight, if we were doing if Lifehouse was happening tonight, we would be doing a night of communion and worship. Okay, that would be what we'll be doing tonight. So here's a challenge. Tonight at 6 p.m., okay, I am going live at my dinner table. Okay, I posted this to our RCC Facebook group. So I'm going live at 6 p.m. and it's going to be a short live stream, like probably no more than, I would guess, less than 10 minutes. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. 5 to 15 minutes, okay? I'm going live at 6 p.m. and I'm going to lead communion with people that I'm eating supper with. So Carrie and maybe, I don't know if Kyle's going to be there or not. I'm not sure. And so, but I invited my whole church, and I'm inviting all you guys to come join us with your families for a communion time before supper. Or maybe it's at that, depending when your supper is. For us, I'm thinking it'll be before supper. So 6 p.m. On my YouTube page. So it's not the Facebook page, it's my YouTube page. So exactly where you are. If you go to my page, you'll see a scheduled live stream. Okay. So 6 p.m. I'm going live, and I'm going to be leading communion because we need to be remembering our King often, and Jesus commands us to often take communion. And so we're going to be doing that together at 6 p.m. And so what's my challenge? Pretty simple. Join the stream, join the communion. An additional challenge on top of that, do it with your family, get your family there, take communion together. Something that actually, as followers of Jesus, we're commanded to do. And so let's do it. And so that was actually the plan for tonight for Lifehouse, was to do, I was going to do some teaching on communion, and then we're going to take it and do worship together. But so instead, I'm going to do it at 6 p.m. live. Join us in taking communion. Okay, so that is your challenges. So John 10, praying for your parents and asking how they're doing, and joining us at 6 p.m. on my stream, on my YouTube page, for communion. Okay, so get your families there. Do it with your families. Okay, that might feel awkward, but if you're asking your parents how to pray for them, you can totally slip in. Hey, by the way, like next doing communion at 6, can we like hop into the family? Oh, I just imagine all your parents saying that sounds like an awesome idea. Okay, so that's challenges. I hope you guys engage with them. I hope to see like a lot of people on my lead stream. I think it'd be awesome just to have a ton of people doing communion together from different houses. I think it'd be awesome. Yeah, that's what I got. What we're going to finish off with is just shoot some prayer requests on here. And then I got to be better. I'll be honest. I got to be better at praying for you guys when you shoot prayer requests. I do pray for you guys, but sometimes I forget about these prayer requests that you send on here. But do it again. Shoot some prayer requests. And then if you see something on there that you want to pray for it. I'll share your prayer requests like I was saying before. Shay has been having a harder time. Well, yeah, she's been more fussy in the evenings, and in the mornings. And so, yeah, just giving us like prayer for wisdom as we parent. Prayer for that. I feel like that's like an often prayer request, but having a baby, you just got to figure out things, and we need God's wisdom. So, man, yeah, we need God's wisdom. So, I'm going to pray for you guys. While I'm praying for you guys, feel free to post prayer requests on there too. I want to pray for you guys for your day. And then if you have prayer requests, shoot them on there. If not, that's all good. But I'll pray for you guys. Father, thank you so much for today. Thank you for your word. Thank you that we could abide in your word. Lord, thank you that you've given us the Bible we can read and we can feast on. I thank you for that, God. I thank you for these students. Lord, I pray that they would walk in the fullness of your spirit today. Lord, I pray they have boldness and courage to engage in intentional conversation with their parents. Lord, I pray they would live their days intentionally today, God. That they love their siblings and be lights even at home, God. I pray that they would know you more, they would love you more, God, and that they would just experience your love, Lord, and encounter you today. Lord, you're good, you're faithful, and we want to live for your glory, God. So help us give us a greater desire to know you and to live for you. And yeah, Lord, we love you. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Cool, guys. That's all I got. All I got for the live stream. So, what are y'all doing today? Shoot me a day plan. Okay, I want to know what your guys' plan is. So, you can also leave if you want because the live stream is now we're just in chill mode. But what's your day plan before the storm hits? What's the storm today? Or starting tonight, I think, and then going till tomorrow. Which I think is kind of hilarious. Almost all the snow is gone. Bring it on. So, any plans for the day? Shoot me a message. Good thing we didn't garden, right? This one that would have been an early garden. Because in our previous we talked about gardening, so if that makes no sense, that's why. Anybody, let me know what your day plan is. Somebody shoot a message. Somebody shoot a message. If not, that's fine. I'm actually not that worried. Baseball, hockey, tennis, read 5 books, barbecue burgers, play cars, play diamonds, play with teddies, run. That's hilarious. You're gonna play tennis? You guys, I haven't seen Mason play tennis. You're gonna read 5 books today? Todd. Anna, school, listen to Adventures in Odyssey, go to the chickens. Nice. Do you listen to Adventures in Odyssey? Amy's napping right now, but she will also listen to Adventures in Odyssey. Nice. That's awesome. Adventures in Odyssey. I remember we never listened to it as kids at my parents' place, but at my friend's house, we would sleepovers and they used to listen to Adventures in Odyssey. So that's basically my whole. Oh, that makes way more sense. That makes way more sense. Kids' books are very small. Yes. Mason, your books are much smaller than the books I read. I was like, did not click in my head there. Yes, kids' books are very small. So you're thinking you're going to do 5 today. How many are you going to repeat is my question. You going to read the same book 3 times? Any other plans for the day? Any other plans for the day? I know there's still people in the chat, so if you have plans for the day, shoot them on there. I'm hoping that they include communion at 6 and praying for your parents. That's what I hope. But yes, any other plans? For those of you who are still here that have not answered the question, I know you're still here. Some will be multiple, yes. Okay, so that means that this multiple will be, like, is the 5 including multiple? Like, are those 5 separate books? Or are those 5? What are you expecting? What are you expecting? I went for a run yesterday, Todd, with Shay, with the stroller. Let me tell you, pushing a stroller against some good wind is harder than not doing that. That is for sure. Any other plans today? I still see people here that haven't responded, so probably still 5 separate books. Fair enough. Work on your reading skills. Any other I know what time I'm going to cut this stream off, so if you don't share yet, I'll be disappointed. But I'll get over it probably pretty quickly. But what are plans for my day? You're like, well, you tell us. Oh, I should tell you plans for my day. Well, I know Carrie and me, we're going to maybe go for a walk together with Shea. So that'll probably be part of our day today. That's one thing. Peace out. See you, man. Have a good day. That's probably part of our day. I've been working on some finance stuff for my job, so I'm gonna keep doing that probably. Trying to figure out take some time to pray about what you're supposed to look like in the future. If you guys are not gonna be at school and home, how are we gonna do that moving forward? Probably think with that, hopefully. Communion tonight, gonna do that. Yeah, that's kind of some of the plans. I think Carrie and me might. Yeah, anyways. Probably discuss and pray through some stuff on our walk too, so that'll be good. It's amazing. The older you get, just the more prayer you need. There's just more and more decisions and more prayer needed. Okay, my cutoff time was 46. It's 46:33. I got a little carried away. Have an awesome day, you guys. I hope that you rock it. I hope you have a good time with your families, your siblings, and thanks for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. I love it when we have people here. So I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you tonight, 6 p.m. on this page. Communion. Bring your families. All you need is some bread, and you just need water. You don't need juice. You don't need wine. You just need water. You just need some kind of drink. And I will see y'all later. Okay. Have a good day. You guys rock.